Good evening and welcome to Emerson Gymnasium on the campus of Wheaton College for tonight's NCAA Division III women's basketball game featuring Massachusetts College of Liberal Arts Trailblazers and your Wheaton College Lions. We'd also like to welcome all the youth to Youth Night here at Wheaton College. Wheaton College will be back in the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, derogatory comments, homophobic remarks, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from side competition. Also, consumption or possession of alcoholic beverages is prohibited. At this time, we ask that you please rise and evil. Remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
Wheaton women's basketball ringing in the new year tonight on the NewMax Sports Network. One last contest in the non-conference before we get underway in NewMac play. Glad to be with you, everybody. I'm Jackson Walsh. Thanks for being with us on the NewMax Sports Network tonight. Wheaton coming off a loss in Florida after riding a 7-game win streak. They'll play host to MCLA tonight. MCLA struggling on the season at 3-8, but watch out for Zaylee Ramos. Ramos, the leading rebounder and scorer for the Trailblazers, averaging 15.8 points per game and 7.5 rebounds per game. Tip-off coming your way next year on the NewMax Sports Network. It's MCLA and Wheaton. Had a little bit of trouble with camera rotation there in the opening, but have that all fixed thanks to our fantastic crew here at Wheaton. A good non-conference game tune-up on hand tonight inside Emerson Gymnasium. MCLA coming into Norton, making the trip from North Adams. Wheaton last game of this long, long journey without a true road game. They'll be on the road their next contest to open up the new MAC play. But for now, one more game inside Emerson Gymnasium before they hit the road, and they'll start with possession. Abby Fernandez baseline. Now it's Greta Minos. Back up top, Kiki Walters. Walters dishes back right. Minos. Cater inside, gets it to go. First year out of Highlands Ranch, Colorado, getting the scoring going tonight. Wheaton in the home whites, MCLA in the away navies with that yellow trim. MCLA out of the MASCAC Conference, yet to have their first conference game of the season like the Lions. They'll open up conference play with back-to-back games as they'll host Westfield State tomorrow night. First game in the MASCAC turnaround from Peabody blocked. MCLA holding on to possession, but shot clock hit 0 and forced turnover for this Lions defense to kick things off. Wheaton 9-3 on the year, off to their best start since the 2014-2015 season. Abby Fernandez well off the mark on that jumper, a little too strong. Lions 9-3, and that 9-3 record is highlighted by a 7-game win streak that came throughout November and December. Traveling violation against the Trailblazers will give possession back to the Lions. As I was saying about that 7-game win streak, it came to an end last time. They were here inside Emerson Gymnasium, fell to a very strong Roger Williams team to end that win streak, and they've actually lost 2 of their last 3 as Regan Cater has her second bucket of the night. Lost 2 of their last 3 that game to Roger Williams, and then went 1-1 in their trip to Daytona Beach just before Christmas. Took down Stevenson, then fell to Maryville. Both very close games, so successful trip to say the least for the Lions down in Daytona. They're out to a 4-0 lead right now over the Trailblazers of MCLA, and we're going to have a foul down low, and it's going to go against MCLA. Offensive foul. Looks like a moving screen is going to be charged to Zaylee Ramos, MCLA's top player. First-year guard out of Worcester, averaging 15.5 points per game to go along with 7.5 rebounds per game, both team leads. Walters gets it, left wing now, dribbles up top, floats it to Minos. Minos, contested pass inside, and it's stolen away by Maddie Tita. Tita out of Troy, New York. Guarded by Walters, now finds Peabody. Now back outside, it's Olivia Presley. 12 on the timer. Peabody dishes left, there's Ramos. Ramos looking for something. Shot clock down to 5. Trailblazers have to get a shot up. Shot clock at 2. They barely get it off, and shot from Tita is going to come up short. So 3rd turnover in just the span of 3 or 4 possessions forced by this Wheaton defense. Cater had it tipped away. It's going to stay on this end. First time Wheaton's been in here since the Roger Williams game, as I mentioned. That was all the way back on December 10th. Minos off the inbound, can't get it to go. And December 10th was the last time MCLA played a game. So almost nearly a month off for the Trailblazers. That December 10th game was a 52-32 loss at Wentworth up in Boston. Tita goes off the screen, hedged by Fernandez. Now dishes off right. Driving in through traffic. Tough finish, can't get it to go, was Presley. Kiernan with the board, gets it up to Minos. Fernandez trailing the play, now over to Walters, left side. Walters back up top, Fernandez. Defender on her feet and finishes. Short corner jumper falls, and MCLA's head coach, David Bostic, will take a timeout, and we will too. It's all Wheaton early on. Lions lead 6-0. Out of the timeout, Wheaton leading MCLA 6-0. 6:15 to go here in the first quarter. Great to be back inside Emerson Gymnasium after a long stretch of time off. Too long to say without Wheaton basketball, but back in full force the rest of the way up until mid-February, and hopefully later on with postseason action as Tita fouled on the mid-range, so she'll go to the line for 2 shots. Foul's going to be charged to Kiki Walters, her first, team first. Tita off the mark on her first of 2 at the line. Senior guard out of Troy, New York. Team leader in assists at 3.8 assists per game, and MCLA is on the scoreboard as she goes 1 of 2 from the stripe. It's going to be Fernandez to bring it up floor. Fernandez gives it off to Minos. Minos right back to Fernandez, near side corner. Fed inside. Arnold just checked in. Arnold gathers and gets it to go. First year forward out of North Reading, Massachusetts. Gets her first bucket of the night. Tenacious on both ends of the glass. That's her specialty, but showing off the post moves on that possession. And Abby Fernandez, the NewMax leader in steals, gets one right there. Arnold came up with a loose ball, now gets it to Walters. Mueller also in the game, gets it to Fernandez. Minos, corner 3, a bit too strong. Walters all alone and puts the rebound back in. Nobody there to put a body on Kiki Walters, and she makes him pay. Walters only standing in at 5'7", the team's leading rebounder, pulling down 6.6 boards per game, and has had a plethora of double-doubles on the season. That would be impressive if she had a plethora of triple-doubles, but not uncommon to see Walters in double figures in scoring and in the rebound column as Kenneth Jasperson checks in for the first time today, a first-year guard out of Sacramento. Good play from the Trailblazers off the inbound, and going up and getting fouled was Zaylee Ramos. So Ramos going to the line for 2 shots. Foul's going to be charged to Walters, her second personal, so she'll exit. Riley Sprague checks into the game. Sophomore guard out of Jamestown, Rhode Island. First one falls through for Ramos, having a spectacular first-year season. Shoots at 74% from the line and 100% on that trip. Jasperson. Now Sprague up top. Mueller. Mueller dishes off left. Fernandez. Looking for something, holding on to that pivot foot. Now into the corner to Sprague. Mueller. Long 2 off the backboard. No good, and the rebound there for Tita. Tita up floor has Presley. Presley now straight away back to Tita. Tita calls out a set, dishes off left. Peabody. Peabody right back to Tita. Jasperson got a hand on it, but deflection causes a no backcourt violation. Shot clock under 10. Peabody. Up fake. Now goes up, blocked from behind, a lot of contact, and a late call comes in. A blocking foul is going to go against Abby Fernandez, her first. So Haley Peabody going to the line for 2 shots. First year out of West Springfield, Massachusetts. Staying out in Western Mass to play her college ball. Sinks the first of 2. Peabody 2 of 2 at the line, cutting the deficit in half. Lions lead 10-5. Lions waste no time after the free throws, and MCLA steps up on defense. Ramos with the steal. Tita, dish off right. There's Christy Zader. Back to Ramos, straight away, pass off left. There's Peabody. Peabody left wing, surveys, now passes off right. Presley. Tita, 8 on the shot clock. Zader, Ramos, 3 to shoot. He's got to see it, steps back through contact. And another shot clock violation forced by this Wheaton defense. Turnovers hurting MCLA early on, but still holding on to that 5-point deficit. Inside, Mueller double team, gets it out of Sprague. Sprague right elbow, gathers outside. Worked around Jasperson, 3 ball off the mark. Ramos there on the rebound. Already 5 turnovers for the Trailblazers. Just under 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Left side, it's Presley. Presley inside through contact, steps through. Too strong, Arnold pulls it down. Jasperson picked up by Presley. Right elbow, Presley from behind on Mueller and got fouled. Foul's going to be on the floor. Second team foul against the Trailblazers here in the first quarter as Wheaton makes 3 substitutions. Emma Kieran and Sydney Ropes checking in for the first time today, and Regan Cater will re-enter. Kiernan and Ropes, both Massachusetts products. Ropes out of Duxbury, Kiernan out of Wayland, Mass, and comes up short from beyond the arc that time and tracked down on the far side. Zader with the rebound. Gives it off to Tita. Both teams looking for a spark before starting their conference slates this week. Good tune-up here to end the non-conference schedule. Inside, Peabody got it to go over Cater. Cater on the ground holding her leg. Like she may have fallen down awkwardly out of trying to contest Peabody's shot, and she's going to be helped off the floor by her teammates and greeted by Wheaton College trainer Laura Murphy. Devastating to see a lower body injury like that, especially down in the post. So many bodies just getting tangled up down there. Cater's right leg seems to be the issue, and hopefully she's okay. Catherine Pennick checking into the game to replace Cater as she gets worked on the sidelines. Play starts back up. Wheaton only leading by 3 now. Kiernan, Pennick inside with the left and in. Good ball movement there. Catherine Pennick with a great finish in traffic. Minute and a half left to go in the first quarter. Wheaton lead back up to 5. Fed inside, Peabody. Doesn't get it to go, but she got fouled. Foul's charged to Emma Kiernan, her first. So Peabody making her second trip to the free throw line tonight. She's already 2 of 2 from the stripe and currently MCLA's leading scorer with 4 points. Six team fouls against the Lions here in the first quarter, so MCLA shooting at the line regardless of the foul, whether on the floor or going up for the shot, the rest of the way here in the first quarter. Peabody shooting in at 57% from the line tonight, and she goes 2 of 2 again, so Haley Peabody a perfect 4 of 4 from the line tonight. Leading all scorers with 6 points. Ropes, corner 3. Off the mark that time, and Tita is going to take her time, bring it up the floor. Picked up by Jasperson at half court. Jasperson, really tight defense against Tita. Now she gets it away to Zader. Zader right back to Tita. Tita outside, blanketed yet again by Jasperson. Now passes off right. Peabody has it, and traveling violation. Another turnover against the Trailblazers, sending it back Wheaton's way. 45 seconds to go. First quarter of play. Pennick outside. Sprague opens for 3. Too strong. Tita. Feisty down there. Gets another rebound and another turnover against the Trailblazers. Back-to-back traveling violations. This time they get Zaylee Ramos. .2 differential here between shot clock and game clock. So Wheaton can hold for 1 if they elect to, as Abby Fernandez checks back in for what could very well be the final offensive possession in the first quarter. Fernandez with it now, right side. Dishes back left. Jasperson puts up the 3, can't connect. Back the other way. Ball gets tipped out of the hands of Presley. 5 seconds to go. Fernandez inside, pulls up in the lane, and she got fouled. Good job taking it hard to the hoop there for Fernandez, and she'll have a chance to earn 2 points at the stripe as the last couple of seconds are about to tick off the clock here in the first quarter of action. And what was a very dominant start for Wheaton has now turned into a pretty even ball game as Fernandez off the mark on her first of 2. Second one for Fernandez falls. 3.9 seconds for the Trailblazers to go coast to coast. Half-court heave is going to come up short from Presley. And that's how the first quarter comes to an end after 1 quarter of play. Wheaton 13, MCLA 9. Wheaton Hoops is back in 2023 here on the NewMax Sports Network. Four-point lead for the Lions after the first 10 minutes. MCLA starts with the ball here in the second quarter. Great to have you with us on the NewMax Sports Network for Wheaton women's basketball as they continue a fantastic season. But Haley Peabody has other plans for the Lions tonight. 8 points as she finishes on the other end of the court down here. Inside, Pennick up with it. Too strong, fight for it. Body's hitting the floor, and we'll have a tie-up possession arrow favoring the Lions, so it'll stay on this end. Officials tonight, Scott Carlson, Bill Gillen, and Chris Bradley. you're just joining us, Wheaton looks like they may be out with their fantastic first-year forward, Regan Cater, the rest of the night. Cater went down with what looked like an injury to her right ankle. As Fernandez gets it to go off the glass, coming from the left side. First field goal in the night for Fernandez. Team's leading scorer at 14.2 points per game, and back the other way goes Fernandez. They have numbers. Fernandez inside, Euro step with the right. Can't get the roll. Pennick tries the follow-up, and she got fouled. Two substitutions here for the Trailblazers. Carly Lucas Medeiros back into the game. Checking in for the first time tonight, and also checking in for the first time is first-year forward Ashlyn Bill out of Norwich, Connecticut. First one falls for Pennick. First year out of Bedford, New Hampshire. Played her high school ball at Bedford High. Very good all-around school for athletics up in New Hampshire. Goes 1 of 2 at the line on that trip. Foul inside. It's going to go against Wheaton as Tita took it hard to the hole. Foul's charged to Pennick. I believe the foul was on the floor, like the teams thought. It might have been shooting at first. Now we're going to have a bit of discussion, and actually it will be a shooting foul, so Maddie Tita going to the line for 2 shots. Can't get the first one to fall. Senior guard shooting it at 63.2% from the line this season. Off the mark on both tries this time, and Fernandez gets it in transition on the pass from Minos, and she'll smartly bring it back outside. Minos, good pass inside. Pennick, count the basket and one. Catherine Pennick with the finish. Couple of quick baskets for Pennick tonight. This time she'll try to convert the three-point play the hard way. Nothing but net on the free throw, the Wheaton lead. Back up to 8 points, 19-11 over MCLA. Massachusetts College of Liberal Arts, formerly known as North Adams State, as Minos comes up with a steal to the hole. Offensive foul. They're going to say she used that left arm to push up, and looks like it was a good call. Minos did extend before going up for that layup. Minos' second foul. She's going to check out, replaced by Jasperson. A lot of players getting action in this first half tonight for Wheaton, something that we didn't see early on before the break. Presley lost it into the hands of Walters. Walters on the run, had Fernandez up to her left, didn't give it to her. Now is going to dribble it back outside. Straight away, Jasperson calls out a set. Fernandez left wing feeds inside. Pennick with a left, can't get it. Jasperson rebound, and she got her legs taken out from under her as she came down with the ball. Foul's going to go on the floor against MCLA. Third team foul against the Trailblazers. This time they get Carly Lucas Medeiros with a foul. Lucas Medeiros, lone player on this MCLA team that isn't from New England or New York. She calls Hawaii home, so making quite the journey to play her college ball up in North Adams. We have a full timeout on the floor, and we'll take a break. 7:36 to go in the first half. Wheaton leading MCLA by 8. Wheaton lead 19-11 over the MCLA Trailblazers. 5 on the floor for the Lions right now. Jasperson, Fernandez, Mueller, Sachs, and Walters. Walters puts up the jumper, can't get an offensive rebound, and Mueller spins inside, and she got fouled going up. Sophomore forward out of Carver, Massachusetts. We'll try to get her first points of the night at the line. First one falls for Mueller. Had her career high of 10 points earlier this season. Right smack dab in the middle of that 7-game win streak. She goes 2 of 2 at the line there. Double-digit lead now for Wheaton. Tita off to Lucas Medeiros. Medeiros inside, got fouled. Not sure if they're going to say that was a shot or a pass from Lucas Medeiros there. It is going to be a shooting foul, so 2 shots on the way for the first-year guard out of Hawaii. Front iron, no good on her first free throw. Sprague and Arnold both at the table, ready to check back in. Can't get the bounce on the second one. Rebound tipped around into the hands of Ryan Sachs. And she got fouled right away. So that's going to be the 5th team foul against MCLA here in the second quarter. So it'll be free throws for Sachs. Fouls charged to Lucas Medeiros, her second personal foul. Sachs, the lone senior on this team out of Brunswick, Maine. It's that high favorable bounce on her first free throw. Second one rattles home for Sachs, so 2 of 2 at the line there. Nasha Arnold checks in to replace her. MCLA in a bit of team foul trouble, you could say, here in the second quarter. Just 3 minutes in, and Wheaton already in the bonus, so a big advantage in terms of fouls. And Kiki Walters with a steal and a finish. Lions already with 7 steals so far in this one, and we're not even halfway through. Up top, it's Tita. Pass off right. Lucas Medeiros drives in. Floater off the mark. Arnold pulls down the rebound. Sprague, transition, gathers, passes back out. Jasperson. Walters connects from deep. 7 points for Walters. Leading the way for the Wheaton offense. Tita long 2. And the long rebound goes to Sprague. Sprague pushing. Jasperson off to her right. Gives it off to her with a bounce pass. Step back. Rattles home long 2. Silky smooth shot there from first year out of Sacramento. Walters another steal, and she's going to be left alone going the other way. And she misses the layup with the left hand. Tracks down her own rebound. Now Wheaton will try to set something up in the offensive end. Mueller inside through traffic. Arnold with the offensive rebound kicked out. Jasperson, bang! This time she was behind the line and drills it from three-point territory. All of a sudden, this Wheaton offense exploding. Walters almost had herself another steal. Would have been her third in just the span of about 2 minutes. Wheaton out to a 22-point lead. This game is starting to get out of hand. Olivia Presley checks back into the game. She has the ball now. Now it's in the hands of Peabody. 5 on the shot clock. Peabody outside, shot clock down to 1, and they're just barely going to get a shot off, but does not come in contact with the rim, so the 4th shot clock violation against MCLA. Combination of a lack of awareness and a swarming Wheaton defense. And when you're focusing on just trying to pass the ball to the nearest teammate, that's what's going to happen. So credit the Wheaton defense on being spectacular so far tonight. Walters got it a go again. She's getting in a groove. And so are the Lions. They're on an 18-0 run right now. Walters with 10 points. 2 of 2 from beyond the arc, and she has another steal. This time is going to be picked up by Peabody. Goes to the right side, got fouled. I believe they say the foul came on the floor. So the foul was on the floor, but it's not going to matter as I mentioned earlier, already 5 team fouls against MCLA here in the second quarter, so 2 free throws regardless as Walters off the mark that time. Walters 50% on that trip from the line, and she's going to take a breather. Sydney Ropes back into the game. Already 12 players seeing action in the game so far for Wheaton. Just under 4 minutes to play in the first half. No good on the long 2 there from Peabody. Ropes with a good find inside. Fernandez with a finish. What a pass from Sydney Ropes. Threaded the needle right into the hands of Fernandez. .12 on the timer. And a charge. Maddie Mueller steps up to draw it. Presley couldn't slow herself down after dishing it to Peabody in the corner. Second personal foul against Presley. Coming up on 3 minutes to play in the first half. Arnold, free throw line, drives in now outside, but shuffled the feet a little bit before she could dish it to Ropes. Emma Kiernan back into the game, replacing Arnold. In a game that has just gotten out of hand quickly. 18-11 at one point was the Wheaton lead, and as you see on the scoreboard now, up to a monumental lead. here in the late stages of the first half. Lucas Medeiros baseline, lost it off the dribble, a scrum for it, and it's in the hands of Mueller. Now to Sprague. Sprague gets to the ropes. Sprague to Kiernan, cutting inside, now right back to Sprague. Mueller. Worked around the perimeter, back to Mueller inside. Jump hook with the right and swatted away by Peabody. Mueller stepped out of bounds before trying to save it, so possession back to the Trailblazers as their top player, Zaylee Ramos, back into the game. Ramos is going to be a problem for MASCAC opponents in her career, already averaging over 15 points per game and 7.5 boards per game just in her freshman season. Inside, and a traveling violation called against Presley. Turnovers really starting to mount into even more trouble here for MCLA as Greta Minos and Catherine Pennick back into the game for the Lions. Lucas Medeiros also checking back in for MCLA. Pennick, free throw line. That pass is going to go right through the hands of Fernandez, out of bounds, back to MCLA. Wheaton outscoring the Trailblazers 26-2 here in the second quarter. It was 13-9 after the first 10 minutes, but Wheaton said enough of that and have just exploded here in the second quarter. Presley now to Zader. Presley inside, skips through the lane, can't get it to go off the glass. Loose ball ended up in the hands of Lucas Medeiros, but a foul call comes in right as that happens. So ball going back the other way, and Wheaton will be going to the free throw line. It's going to be Emma Kiernan at the line for 2 shots. The lone junior on the team, native of Wayland, Mass., a transfer from Wesleyan University. Just 2 juniors and seniors combined here on this Wheaton team, being Kiernan and Sachs. So future is bright, even though this season's already bright to say the least. I mean, 9-3, and looks like it'll be a good chance of 10-3 going into conference play. With a majority of first year and sophomores, you can't ask much more if you're Sarah Binkhorst. Presley inside, gathers now. Long 2, no good from Zader. Pennick with a rebound inside, and we're under a minute to play in the first half. Ropes. Now Fernandez, swing pass, Minos wide open, puts it up, too strong. Pennick tracks it down, now gets it to Ropes, back to Minos. Minos, other side, Fernandez, mid-range, can't get it. Fight for the rebound, into the corner. Ropes now gives her try at a 3, no good. And Peabody pulls down the rebound for MCLA, and she gets fouled on the far side by Greta Minos. Third personal against Greta Minos, so she'll have a seat for the remaining 32 seconds here in the first half as Kenneth Jasperson checks back in. Jasperson with 5 points so far tonight, and a very balanced attack for the Wheaton offense. About a 1-second differential shot clock and game clock. Peabody couldn't get the bounce off the jumper from outside. 10 seconds to go. Fernandez inside, got bumped, no contact, and now a foul call against the Trailblazers. It's going to be charged to Olivia Presley, sending Catherine Pennick to the line for 2 shots with 6.6 seconds to go in the first half of action. Pennick sinks the first one, her third trip to the line tonight. Pennick too strong on that time. Ball's going to bounce to the near side. Picked up by Presley. Swings it over the other way. Looking for Ramos, but it's going to soar out of bounds right into the hands of David Bostic. So 1 second to go for Wheaton. They'll get it into Jasperson and not attempt a shot. So what was a close game after the first quarter has turned in to a dominant lead for the Wheaton College Lions. After one half, it's Wheaton 41, MCLA 11. Second half action coming your way next on the NewMax Sports Network. Back live. Second half ready to get underway here inside Emerson Gymnasium. And it's all Wheaton. 41-11 over MCLA. Lions ended that second quarter on a 28-0 run to storm into the locker room with a 30-point lead. It's going to be MCLA's ball to start here in the second half of action. 5 on the floor for Wheaton: Walters, Jasperson, Pennick, Fernandez, and Kiernan. Presley with the ball now for MCLA. Gets tipped out of bounds, and it'll be going back the other way in favor of the Lions. Wheaton hadn't held MCLA scoreless for the last 9 minutes and 40 seconds of that second quarter, and have basically put this game out of reach. Fernandez swung back right. Jasperson fires. Got it to go. Kenneth Jasperson. 2 of 4 from downtown. She's got 8 points. Trailblazers looking for an answer anywhere they can find it. Peabody inside to Ramos. Peabody on the cut, can't finish. Fernandez with the rebound. She'll keep it herself. Fernandez back the other way, gathers outside the three-point line. Now left corner. Walters back to the near side corner to Walters. Walters swings it back up top to Jasperson. Jasperson raises her hand in the air, sends out a set. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Dishes left to Fernandez. Jasperson near side corner, now left elbow. Kiernan double team back to Jasperson, and the pass is picked off by Ramos. Presley back the other way, gives it off to Zader. Now Zader will turn around, dribbles back outside into the hands of Tita. Tita dishes off left. Zader now swings it left in front of her own bench. It's Ramos inside. Zader on the cut, and it's stolen away by Kiki Walters, and Walters is going to get fouled as soon as she grabs possession. Jasperson brings it up floor, crosses half court. Inside, Pennick goes up with the right in the lane. Too strong, glass, then rim, no good. Comes up short on the follow. Rebound tracked down by Tita down low. Tita back across half court, picked up by Jasperson at the three-point line. Tita inside in the lane. Peabody cuts down low, reverses with the right, just can't get it to fall. Walters with the rebound as she'll cross half court. Gathers outside, swings it left. Kiernan right back to Walters straight away. Walters has it. Dribbles left now, left side. Jasperson tries another three, just rattles in and out. Walters left side of the rebound, can't finish. Now into the hands of Zader, who gives it off to Tita for MCLA. 3-ball right wing, falls through, and that ends the drought for MCLA. Long two, knocked down by Olivia Presley. Presley's first basket of the day, snaps a cold streak. Now 1 of 6 from the field. Kiernan right elbow, now Fernandez just beyond the left elbow, too strong with a jumper. Rebound there for Tita. Tita back the other way. Bullet pass, right wing, fires. Presley too strong on the 3. Rebound there for Pennick. Hands it off to Jasperson, who'll take her time. Bring it up floor. Near side corner, Fernandez right back to Jasperson. Jasperson swings it right. There's Walters. Walters right wing. Now gets it to Pennick. Pennick straight away, 15 on the shot clock. Pass is tipped and corralled by Fernandez outside. Near side corner, Walters 3 is going to come up short. Pennick wide open on the rebound. Nobody there. Easy finish with a left hand. It's Sarah Binkhorst. We'll take a 30-second timeout as Ryan Sachs and Maddie Mueller will enter the game as we come back from break. 6:17 to go in the third quarter. Wheaton 46, MCLA 13. We'll be right back. Back from break, it'll be MCLA ball. They'll have to go the length of the court and trying to inbound it and losing it out of bounds. Was Christy Zader unable to hold on to it. Ball goes out of bounds in front of the Wheaton bench. And to much surprise, Wheaton putting the press on coming out of that break, leading by 33 points. Not something you usually see with this much of a lead. Minos off the inbound, gets it to Mueller. Now back up top, Sprague opens for three. Misses off the rim. Walters pulls down the rebound now, dribbles it out to the corner. Right wing. Minos swings it now left wing to Sprague. Sprague swings it back right. Walters is going to dribble left. Now back to Sprague. Minos in the corner. Inside Mueller. Shot clock down to 5. Turns around with the right. Rolls off the rim. No good. Tipped out of bounds off of the Lions. MCLA ball. .552 to go. Third quarter, Wheaton leads 46-13. Tita brings it up floor, crosses half court, picked up by Sprague. Now dishes right. There's Presley. Presley right wing now, pass left. Ramos. Ramos drives left, finger roll from the left block. No good. Minos on the rebound. She'll keep it herself. Trailed by Presley on defense. Picks up her dribble at half court, passes it right to Sprague. Sprague gathers her dribble outside, pass off right in front of her own bench. It's Walters, goes back to Sprague, right wing, right back into the corner to Walters, fed inside, right block. Mueller lost it after going on the one dribble. Now wide open left wing, Sprague, three ball, and it's good. Good find from that right block to the left wing. Maddie Mueller to Riley Sprague, the sophomore connection. Baseline drive, Peabody floater comes up short. Minos on the rebound. Minos back the other way, cross half court. Good find. Walters gathers, goes up. Can't get it. Mueller wide open on the rebound, up and in with the left. Too much Wheaton here. 51-13 lead. Under 5 minutes to go. Third quarter of action up floor now. It's Tita. Bounce pass off right. Walters nearly stole it away on the pass intended for Ramos. It goes out of bounds. Off of Sprague, staying on this end with MCLA. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Inbounded in the back court to Tita. Now Tita passes it off left to Presley. Presley guarded by Minos. Jab step with the left now, dribbles right, pulls up just in front of the right elbow off the glass. Can't get it. Ryan Sachs on the rebound, now gives it off to Sprague. Sprague pushes across half court. Left side wing. Walters gets it back to Sprague straight away, right back to Walters. Now near side corner, Minos feeds Mueller on the left block. Mueller trying to spin back to her left, now left open in the lane and gets it to go. A little jump shot right in front of the rim. 40-point lead now for Wheaton, under 4 minutes to play. The third quarter. Right wing, Peabody. Straight away, Tita. Pump fake, floater with the right. Just rattles in and out. MCLA can't catch a break. Walters came down with the rebound and got fouled. 11.6 rebounds for Kiki Walters. Second team foul against MCLA, so Wheaton inbound off to our right, going to our left. Three substitutions made by Wheaton after that dead ball. Sydney Ropes back into the game and seeing action for the first time tonight. Murray Tona, and with the ball right now, Madeline Dewey. Fed inside, Tona in the lane, couldn't gather or dribble. Peabody hits the deck, comes away with a steal, now gets it to Tita. Tita pushes into the corner, Ramos, and she stepped out of bounds. That heel just got that sideline on the near side before trying to cut it back into the middle of the floor. Seeing action for the first time tonight, Murray Tona out of Portland, Maine, and out of Greenville, South Carolina, the first-year guard, Madeline Dewey. Attended Christ Church Episcopal School. Inside, Sachs rips through, now Ropes, left wing to Dewey. Dewey back outside, 12 on the shot clock. Tried to cross over right in front of Ramos and then Picks up what looked like a frustration foul after losing the ball, so Ramos with a steal and draws the foul, but only the first team foul against Wheaton here in the third quarter. Still holding on to that 40-point lead, under 3 minutes to play before we turn the page to the fourth quarter. Peabody outside, straight away, guarded by Tona, dishes off right, Presley. Presley picks up her dribble right wing, now swings it left side, and just holding on to it was Tita with Sprague there on defense. Presley drives inside through the lane, and a foul called against Murray Tona as she tried to step up from the weak side to help on defense. Tona's first personal will send Olivia Presley to the line for 2 shots. The senior guard out of Cobleskill, New York. Headed Cobleskill, Richmondville Regional High School out in New York. And a substitution here for the Trailblazers as Zoe McGee checks into the game for the first time tonight. First year out of Enosburg, Vermont. Excuse me, that's Enosburg, Vermont. Free throw falls for Presley at the line. Second one clanks high off the rim, and Ropes comes on from the left side of the lane for the rebound. Now gets it to Sprague. Sprague dishes left. Dewey double teamed to the near side corner. Now left wing Sprague goes right back to Dewey, who fires for 3. Misses front rim. Ball's corralled in the far side corner by Zader. Now it's going to be given off to Ramos to bring it up floor across half court. We're going to have a timeout coming from the MCLA sidelines called by David Bostic. So we'll take a break, too. 2:14 to go in the third quarter. Wheaton leading by 39 points. We'll be right back. Just over 2 minutes to go in the third quarter of play. Wheaton all over MCLA, 53-14. Inbounded to the near side to Ramos after the timeout. Ramos now dribbles off to her left in front of her own bench. Picks up her dribble straight away, now passes off right. Zader gets it right back to her. 10 on the shot clock, calling for a screen. Peabody gets it inside. Ramos pulls up, can't get it to go. Good box out there from Sprague as Sachs pulled down the rebound, then handed it right back to Sprague. Now Sprague double-teamed outside, trying to dribble through it now. Single-teamed by Presley, and Presley is going to get called to the reach-in foul out around half court. Third personal foul against Presley. Sachs inbounds right in front of her own bench into Sprague. Sprague has it, passes off right to Ropes. Now Ropes right wing. Tona high post. Left wing Dewey. Dewey with it, 10 on the shot clock. Passes back right to Ropes, 7 on the shot clock. Ropes, swing pass near side, left wing. Worked around Dewey. Doesn't see the shot clock. Barely does, gets off the 3, and it doesn't fall through, but Ropes with a long rebound left side. Tona just beyond the left block, sinks a little short corner jumper. Job by Ropes staying outside on that wing to get that second chance basket for Tona on the rebound. Ramos cuts through the defense, then gets the pull-up to go. Sprague. Short corner near side, Ropes. Bounce pass inside, Sachs to the free throw line. Tona has it, now outside to Dewey. Under a minute to go in the third quarter. Far side corner. Good move inside now. Sachs got it from Sprague, and Sachs got fouled going up for the point-blank layup. So it's going to be Ryan Sachs to the line for 2 shots. Senior out of Brunswick, Maine. The leader on this very, very young team. 55-16 lead, 42.6 seconds to go with Sachs at the line. First one off the mark, rolls around the rim. Sachs 2 points tonight. All those points coming at the free throw line, make that 3 points. 3 of 4 from the line for Sachs as she sinks the second of 2. Ramos brings it up floor, right in front of her own bench now, trying to look for a screen. Peabody's going to give it to her. Dewey goes off the screen. Ramos still has it at the free throw line. Ball got knocked away, but a foul call coming in against Wheaton. Only the third team foul, so no free throws for the Trailblazers. It'll be an inbound on the baseline off to the left of the basket. Foul's charged to Dewey, her second personal, team third. It's going to be Tita to inbound it. Floats it in outside to Peabody, who picks it up just at half court. 15 on the shot clock, 22 on the game clock. Outside, Ramos. Trying to get downhill, crosses over to her left, lost the dribble, now picks it up, passes off right to Zader. Shot clock down to 5. Zader has it straight away, passes right to Ramos. 2 seconds on the shot clock, and she's not going to see it. Another shot clock violation going against MCLA. .2 on the game clock here for Wheaton. Still holding on to that 40-point lead. Sprague gets it across half court, passes right to Dewey. Dewey fires the 3, right wing. It's going to come up short, and time will expire here in the third quarter. Wheaton still dominating as they were in the second quarter. They outscore MCLA 15-5 here in the third quarter. 56-16, fourth quarter. Coming your way next on the New Max Sports Network, it's MCLA and Wheaton Women's College Hoops. Fourth quarter about to get underway. It'll be Wheaton basketball. Shooting on the basket to our left. Dewey has it, left wing, now dribbles out, dishes it left to Jasperson. Jasperson swings it back across other side, right side, it's Ropes. Fed high post, Tona out to Ropes, off the mark on the 3. And a foul is going to go against Wheaton on the loose ball. Charge to Tona, I believe, after the missed 3. Foul is charged to Tona, her second personal. Bringing it up floor now for the Trailblazers is Tita. Tita left wing. Screen hedged by Tona, now passes it off right. Zader keeps it in bounds, now dribbles it back towards the top. Peabody pass off left. Tita with it. Tita lost her dribble, a fight for it on the floor. Ropes comes away with it, and going back the other way is Dewey. Dewey to the hole with the right off the glass and good. Good job by Ropes with a steal and the dish up ahead for Dewey for the easy finish. Tita gathers at the free throw line, passes off left. Ramos inside, and Ramos double teamed, and she got fouled going up for the layup. Foul is going to go against Marae Tona, her second in the span of a minute. Third personal. Second team foul, the fourth quarter for the Wheaton College Lions. That'll send Zaylee Ramos to the line for 2 shots. Ramos, 4 points on the night, not her usual self, I should say, but knocks the first of 2 down at the line. Ramos gathers, now goes up, second of 2, too strong. Arnold there on the rebound down low, now gets it out to Dewey, and Dewey's going to call out a set as she brings it up floor, waves through Jasperson. Dribbles right now, gets it to Jasperson in front of her own bench, but right back to Dewey. Straight away, Tona, now left wing, it's Ropes. Ropes now into the corner, Dewey fires a 3, and that one comes up well short. A fight for the rebound and a jump ball. Good job by Dewey tracking it down to force the tie up against Peabody. The possession arrow favoring MCLA, so they'll maintain possession. Tita brings it up floor across half court. Dribbles right, stops at the free throw line. Zader, 3 ball, too strong right side. Ball's tipped out of bounds. Off of MCLA. Big difference in this game has been the turnovers. 27 for MCLA, 7 for Wheaton. Ropes pass right to Dewey, now inside. Great ball movement, Jasperson corner 3. Line drive doesn't go. Fight for the rebound in the lane, and MCLA comes away with it back the other way. Tita has it. Tita picked up by Dewey. Trying to go baseline, and a foul on the floor is going to go against Dewey as Tita was trying to get around on that baseline, but Dewey got her with the body. Dewey's third personal. Third team foul of this fourth quarter going against Wheaton, and we're only about 2 minutes in as Wheaton's going to come up with another steal. Dewey back the other way. We'll bring it back up top to Jasperson at around the volleyball line. Now passes it back left to Dewey. Dewey left wing. Now into the near side corner. Jasperson gets it. Tona, long jumper. Goes off the rim to the top of the backboard, and now it's picked up going the other way. MCLA has numbers. Good pass. Tita Peabody inside. Count the basket. Fantastic job by Tita running that fast break, and Peabody was in the right place at the right time. Finishes on the right block for the and one. And Madeline Dewey picks up the foul. That's her 4th personal. No substitutions going to the table for Wheaton, but a sub here for MCLA. Checking into the game, Zoe McGee. As Peabody knocks down the free throw and converts the 3-point play. Now a 58-20 lead for the Lions. 7:18 to go in the game. Tona straight away off the pass from Dewey. Now left side wing. Ropes feeds inside. Tona, one dribble, goes up and gets it to go. Off the glass on the left side. Cross half court now, up floor, it's Presley. Presley's going to dribble it left, guarded by Dewey. Crosses over back to her right, pulls up, free throw line, looked for Peabody down low, and it was deflected, but Peabody came away with it and finishes inside. 2 quick baskets for Haley Peabody. Tona collects it. Arnold fed back outside. Dewey passes it right. Jasperson tries another 3. This one falls through for Jasperson. Kennis Jasperson, 3 triples. Having a breakout game in her first year season. Her and Walters, the leading scorers, at 11 points. The response, 3 ball, no good from Ramos. Arnold with the rebound, gets it to Ropes as we hit 6 minutes to play. Wheaton holding on to a 41-point lead. Ropes, right side, goes baseline. Pass is stolen for a second and then ended up being picked up by Peabody, and now a foul comes in. It's going to go against Wheaton. Not sure who is charged to, referring to what player is charged to in particularly. Scoreboard hasn't updated that. Foul's going to be charged to Tona, her 4th personal and 15th foul of the 4th quarter here against the Lions. So MCLA into the bonus, shooting free throws the rest of the way. It'll be Olivia Presley at the line to shoot 2. Presley, 1 of 2 from the free throw line so far today. She has 3 points. First free throw goes for Presley. Tona checks out of the ball game, replaced by Sachs at that last whistle. Second free throw doesn't go for Presley. Lead sits at 40 for the Lions. Jasperson brings it up floor, dishes off left Dewey. Dewey left wing now, left elbow for Sachs, pass back right to Ropes. Now worked outside, Dewey, 3-ball straight away. Front iron, no good. Pennick there on the rebound, comes up short on the putback, but she got fouled, so Catherine Pennick with another trip to the free throw line. Foul is charged to MCLA's Ashlyn Bill, her 2nd personal. First team foul of the quarter for MCLA, but Pennick at the line to shoot 2 here for the Lions. It's a friendly roll on the first of 2. Greta Minos at the table, ready to check back in. Quiet day for Minos, one of the top players on this team, averaging 8.3 points per game as Pennick sinks her 2nd of 2 free throws. So good trip at the line for Pennick that time. She'll replace, Minos will replace Ropes. But as I was saying about Minos, averaging 8.3 points per game, but has not been in the scoring column yet tonight. She's been helping out in other ways, though. 4 rebounds, 3 assists. The team leader in assists is Minos at 3.8 times per game. Miscommunication on the inbound, and it's stolen by Pennick. Back the other way. Try to get it to Jasperson. Dewey trails the play, can't finish with the left. Comes down with her own rebound inside. Dribbles it back out, now puts her head to the floor. Short corner, Sachs drives in, bounce pass into traffic for Pennick, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Pennick, so possession to the Trailblazers. Ramos brings it up floor, going to bring it out in front of her own bench. Gets the high screen from Bill. Crosses through 2 defenders and got fouled in doing so. Foul's going to be charged to Catherine Pennick. It'll send Ramos to the line for 2 shots. 3 of 4 at the line today is Ramos. Make that 4 of 5. She's got 6 points, the 2nd leading scorer for the Trailblazers tonight, behind Haley Peabody, who is having a great night. 13 points, 4 of 10 from the field, and a perfect 5 of 5 from the line, as Ramos is a perfect 2 of 2 from the line that time. Lead back down to 40. Fed inside to Pennick quickly by Minos as it's worked up floor, and Pennick is fouled as soon as she corrals the ball. So it's going to be an inbound here, right side of the basket for the Lions. Only the 2nd team foul going against MCLA here in the last quarter of play. Dewey near side corner off the inbound, put her heel on the baseline as soon as she caught it. Ramos is going to bring it up floor. Picked up by Minos, left side. Ramos brings it right. Jump stop at the free throw line, pass off right to Zader. Now Zader right side, gets it right back to Ramos. Ramos, floater in traffic, is going to come up short. Jasperson there with a rebound under the hoop, and she's going to go back the other way. Not picked up until she reached the paint on the offensive end. Dewey, 3 ball, no good. Ball goes out of bounds off of Wheaton. Under 5 minutes to play, 4:16 to go, 65-25. Lions over MCLA as Maddie Tita checks back into the game. Tita crashing the glass for the Trailblazers tonight, has 6 rebounds as Catherine Pennick checks out of the game, a part of a first-year trio leading the way for Wheaton tonight. Walters, Jasperson, and Pennick, all with 11 points. Pennick and Walters, both 11 points, 6 rebounds. Jumper in the near side corner from Tita, no good. Minos is going to cross half court, now gets it to Jasperson. Jasperson brings it up top, calls out a set. Ball finds Sachs down low on the right side block, but unable to hold on to it was Sachs, out of bounds off of Wheaton. Ramos across half court, back to the left side. Goes all the way to the basket, off the glass and in on the right side. Strong take from Zaylee Ramos. Gets downhill for 2. Sachs wide open down low, and I mean wide open. And Minos found her for the easy bucket. Ramos back the other way. Guarded by Minos. Minos playing tight defense now. Gets it near side corner to Tita. Tita trying to get the baseline. Guarded by Dewey. And the foul is going to go against Dewey. That's going to be Dewey's 5th personal foul. So Madeline Dewey forced to exit the game as she fouls out. Finishes with 2 points. Sydney Ropes checks in to replace Dewey here in the final 3 minutes as Maddie Tita at the line to shoot 2 for the Trailblazers. Gets the friendly bounce on the first of 2. Senior guard out of Troy, New York. Having a strong game on the defensive end as she goes 2 of 2 from the stripe on that trip. Up to 3 points on the night, 2 of 5 from the line. Tona, free throw line, too strong. Ropes tracks down the rebound and got fouled immediately. Foul is going to be charged to Peabody, I believe. That's Peabody's 4th personal foul, so still not into the bonus yet for Wheaton. Only 3 fouls against MCLA. Tona down low. Couldn't get it to go, off the glass and then in and out. Tona still getting her feet under her this season after a season-ending injury from last year. Looks like a problem at the table here. Discussion with the referee over at the table. Not sure what it's about. David Bostic looking unpleased over on the MCLA sideline in what has been a very, very tough night for the Trailblazers. Play's going to start back up. 19 on the shot clock for MCLA. Zader gets it in to Tita, far side. Tita's going to get the high screen from Cinderella Corey, who checks in for the first time today. First-year guard out of Waltham, Mass. Foul's charged to Sydney Ropes there. Ropes picks up the foul, and it'll send Tia to the line for 2 shots yet again. She was just at the stripe last possession and can't get the first of 2 to fall at the line. 2.5 to go. 67-29 Wheaton over MCLA in their final non-conference game before diving into NUMAC play. They'll open up conference play this Friday on the road at Clark. It'll be Wheaton's first true road contest since November 19th. All the way back when they traveled up to Plymouth State and took down Plymouth on the road in what was a part of that 7-game win streak that spanned all throughout November and December. A foul on Wheaton's offensive end against Ryan Sachs, so we'll go all the way back down to the other end of the floor as Zaylee Ramos will go to the line to shoot 2. As I mentioned earlier, MCLA also in their final non-conference game. They'll be back at it in no time at all. Tomorrow night they open up conference play as they host Westfield State. A battle of the Western MASCAC schools. Second one falls at the line for Ramos. 10 points on the night for Zaylee Ramos. Still below her season average at 15.7. Best scorer on this team, but it's been Peabody tonight. Free throw line, Tona, jumper, too strong, long rebound. Right into the hands of Zader, who hands it off to Tita, and we're under 2 minutes to play. Here inside Emerson Gymnasium, it's been all Wheaton College since the first quarter when they were only leading 13-9, but absolutely exploded since then, and it was highlighted by a 28-0 run that spanned the last 9 minutes of the first half of action. Far side corner, Jasperson steps back, puts up the 3, no good. Rebound there for Bill for MCLA, and now Tito will bring it up floor, picked up by Jasperson, 1:20 to go. Free throw line pull up too short there for Tita. Jasperson with it, high post, Sachs, good cut down low. Tona got it, then got fouled. All right, Tona to the line for 2 shots. 4 points on the night for Tona. 2 of 6 from the field, her first trip to the free throw line right now. Sophomore out of Portland, Maine. Can't get the first of 2 to fall. Second one goes through for Tona. As we've hit 1 minute to play, Wheaton leading 68-32. A special thanks to our production crew, camera coordinator Joe Mulhern, and technology operator off to my right, AJ Uchi Jr.
How you doing?
Shot clock down to 12 for the Trailblazers. Ramos inside, barrels through traffic and gets the floater to go. 12 points for Ramos, so what started off as a quiet game ended up in a double-digit game for Ramos in the scoring column. Minos 3 ball, got it to go. Minos knocks down the 3, and surprisingly her first basket of the night, one of the more steady players on this Wheaton College offense, but as I said, she's been getting it done in other places. 6 rebounds, 4 assists for Minos. 3 ball, no good for Zader. Putback doesn't fall for Ramos. Lucas Medeiros there, and Minos comes up with a steal, and they can just dribble out the clock. Jasperson at half court, and that's how this game will come to an end. No rust at all for this Wheaton College team after a couple weeks off. A statement win on their home court. They take down MCLA 71-34, storming in to NewMac play with a 10-3 record. They'll be at Clark Friday night. MCLA opening up conference play at home against Westfield tomorrow. But don't go anywhere. Lions postgame coming your way next on the NewMac Sports Network. 71-34 victory for the Wheaton College Lions over MCLA to start off the new year. I'm joined by Catherine Pennick. Catherine poured in 11 points tonight, a part of tonight's big win. Catherine, what was the key to tonight's success?
We've just been working really hard since we came back from break. Everyone's been shooting a lot, getting a lot of reps in, and working really hard as a team. So I think we finally came in together and got a lot of shots in today. So.
Yeah, I was saying earlier, a lot of times in basketball with a couple weeks off like that, you can be rusty coming out, but as you just mentioned, all that work certainly didn't come out with any rust. You guys just improved to 10-3, having a great season so far. What's it been like being on such a successful team in your first year here?
It's really good. It's really motivating, too. Even on the bench, everyone's just always clapping and motivating each other. I think it's just really great to be a part of a team who's doing so good, and just a lot of energy is involved in that.
Yeah, you guys, one of the most energetic teams I've seen, and it really pays off on the court. Just before Christmas, I know you guys had a little bit of fun, went down to Daytona Beach to play some games. Talk about that experience.
It was really fun. It was nice to get out of New England, too, a little bit of warmth. We had some good games. It was just nice to be in a big venue and play some teams that weren't in New England, too. So. Yeah,
I'm sure. It looked like you guys had a blast. I saw all the stuff on social media. First new MAC game coming up this Friday at Clark. What's the mentality going into that?
Pretty much the same that we have been, same mentality we've had. Just work really hard. These games mean a lot. So we're just going into them energetic and pumped that we have 10 wins now, too.
If you heard it here, joined by Catherine Pennick, 11 points in the night for the first year forward. Wheaton, big win tonight, 71-34 over MCLA. Catherine, thanks for joining me. For Wheaton College and the New Mac Sports Network, I'm Jackson Walsh. Thanks for tuning in.